Right.
Oh no.
Come on. Because I'm happy. We're ready. We're live at 9. Are you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday to you all. I'm Mr. Geralds.
I'm Brooklyn Woodall.
And today is Thursday, January 24th, 2019. We are live at 9. So let's get ready for our morning announcements by pausing for a moment of silence, please. Let's stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. So, right behind us right here, and we can't see it, however, there are good morning words in multiple different languages. So very cool. So we've got English. We've got all kinds of languages here. So it would be neat in the classrooms today to really take a look at how many different languages do we have behind us. Wishing everybody a good morning. So with that, it's chilly outside. What's the weather like?
The weather today in Decatur Township is a high of 28 degrees with partly cloudy skies.
28 is chilly. The
Yes.
wind chill has made it even colder.
Yes.
And I will encourage everybody tomorrow morning, please make sure that you have your hat, gloves, and jackets on because it's going to be even colder tomorrow.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. How about in the cafeteria?
Today the cafeteria will be serving turkey and noodles and a dinner roll, mashed potatoes, fruit, veggies, and always milk.
I love it. Do we have birthdays?
We have Ryan Musali.
And our very own Dr. Persecki, our superintendent of all of Decatur Township. So happy birthday to Ryan, as well as Dr. Persecki out there. Hopefully you both are having a great, great Thursday. Now, I've got a lot of announcements over on my side of the desk. Hang on tight. I may need a water break, commercial in between, something to help us pay the bills. But 4th grade Girls Inc. will start today. If you are a 4th grade girl that signed up for Girls Inc. and turned in your permission slip, please come to Miss King's room at 11:55. So 4th grade Girls Inc. starts today. Now, our quote for the day, and I want you to tell me what this means. There is no substitute for hard work.
That means you can't find the easy way out of the circumstance.
I love it. I love it. I mean, hard work is going to always rise to the top. If you just try to just barely get through things or just try to do it mediocre, you're just going to be status quo. But the hard work is going to rise to the top and it's going to come out ahead every single time. So I challenge everybody to make sure that you continue to work hard at whatever you find passion in, especially academics, as well as those extracurricular pieces too. Let's think about this. Attention Pacers fans, want to go to a Pacers game and help raise money for our school? You can win some neat prizes. There was some information that was sent home in our newsletter as well as earlier this week about how you can support the Blue Academy Night as well as our Decatur Township Education Foundation. And tough night for the Pacers last night. Victor Oladipo went down with what looked like a very serious knee injury. So want to wish him well and hopefully a speedy recovery there. Also, our yearbooks are for sale. So if you want to, parents, look at our school newsletter to find out how you can order your newsletter either online or send the money in with your child. Very important there. Girls, if you're interested in engineering and technology, this is for any 5th and 6th grade girl. It's Saturday, February 16th, 9 to 2 p.m. at the IUPUI Engineering and Technology Building downtown. The cost is $10. What a great experience for our 5th and 6th grade young ladies. Now, this may be a record day with positive referrals, and I want to try to go through these because quickly, however, I want to make sure all scholars are recognized. Matthew Langford, Mrs. King says, Matthew, thank you for your leadership, hard work at Running Club. You are awesome. Latrell Powell, thank you for your hard work yesterday. You are awesome at challenging others to go faster and longer. Cadence Carver, thank you so much for your hard work during Running Club. Thanks for staying on task and having a great attitude. John Lee Rodriguez, Mrs. Butts says John Lee spent a lot of time and put forth extraordinary effort on his WIDA reading test. And I often say, doing the ordinary things extra good makes for an extraordinary activity. So great job, John Lee. Favor Oyabude. Favor spent a lot of time and effort on her WIDA reading and listening test. She's determined to do her best. Love that. Abigail Benavides. Abigail works incredibly hard. She is always checking her work and taking time on her test. Yulian Abibi. Mrs. Butt says, Yulian always has such a great attitude, even when we are testing. Love that. Mulasi, Mrs. Butt says, Mulasi takes her schoolwork and tests very seriously. She's always works incredibly hard and puts forth 100% effort. And speaking of Mrs. Butts, right there behind the scenes, Miriam, Mrs. Butt says, Miriam stayed incredibly focused during an important test. He took his time and checked over his work before submitting his test. He's determined to succeed. Jerobiah Figueroa. Mrs. Butt says Jerobiah always works hard, put forth a lot of time and effort on his reading test. Love it. Alex Granados. Mrs. Butt says, get a theme here. We got a lot of hard work going on in our WIDA testing, and I'm so Decatur proud. Alex took his time on an important test. He stayed focused and did his personal best. Kiyomora Cruz. Kiyomora is such a hard worker and is always showing effort in what she does. Wasim. Mrs. Butt says Wasim did an excellent job taking his WIDA reading test. He put forth lots of effort and took his time. And this one is from Mrs. Shank, Devin Powell. There were several pieces of trash under the lunch table, so I requested that someone please use the broom and dustpan to clean it up. While the rest of the table was not doing it, Devin stepped up. So thank you very much, Devin Powell. Really appreciate that and going above and beyond. So, with that, it's probably going to be a party down in the main office right now with all these positive referrals. What do you think? Probably. Today is Thursday. We have our 2 functional words that we've been discussing this week. The first one is source. And we talked about, maybe I can get this in the screen here. A source is a place, person, or thing from which something comes or can be obtained. So throughout the day, think about what are those sources when you cite evidence. Perhaps when you search something, we're always looking for those sources. Or perhaps it could be some ingredients. So what are those sources that we use to complete a science experiment or an investigation? So source is one of our functional words today, as well as describe. This is a critical one here, Blue Academy. Describe means give an account in words of, including all the relevant characteristics, quality, or events. So we see a lot of our language arts teachers to say, describe what is taking place in one of our literacy passages. Perhaps in science, describe what you are experimenting here or perhaps investigating. All right. Social studies, we may take a look at some of the events. I know that Mr. Powers earlier this week was talking about a couple of the wars, and he was asking students to describe some of the events on the timeline. So 2 key words, source and describe, that we have introduced this week here at the Blue Academy. So with that, are you ready?
Yeah.
We're ready for a great day here at the Blue Academy. Everybody, have a great Thursday, January 24th. Happy birthday, Ryan Musali, as well as Dr. Persecki. Together, we are Decatur proud. Have a great one, everybody. Maybe. Do I got some music? We got to be happy. I see you. How about this, the lawnmower?
I've never heard of that. I don't think that's
Never heard of that one?
I don't think that's
How about the sprinkler?
Well, that one. That's a real band.
Hey, how about the eagle? I know those Fortnite folks got this one, right? But the Orange Julius?
I'm not.
See you, everybody. Have a good one. No.